with me. I will show you the man that you're looking for.
Namkelekile kwa Vusilanga kweli khaya labantu abamnyama kweli khaya lenkcubeko yesintu. Today being the 3rd of January 2021. If you are new kweli khaya, consider joining by subscribing and hitting that notification ukwenzela ba ungaphoswa kokuthi kube kuyadidiyelwa kulo elikhaya. If lento ididiyelwayo apha uthi ihambelana nomoya wakho, consider to share so that nabo bakwaziyo nabo babe bayaxhamla nababe bayafumana. Today sithi makhe sihlaleni phansi as we embark on this journey.
The tree are your parents, your grandfathers, your mothers, and your fathers. There's no hopeless life as a person, as a man who is quarreling with his own father and his own mother. You go to witch doctors when your things are not moving well and you think that they've bewitched you. I want to tell you today, the biggest witchcraft is relationships that are not fixed between you and your parents. There's nothing wrong with you going back to your mother's house and clean up the graves of your own fathers. There's nothing wrong. I didn't say worship them. Clean them up. In my tribe there's a proverb that says, never allow your son to marry a girl when you have not seen the grandfather's graves. Where the grandfathers are buried. This represents our history. The roots support the tree. The tree does not support the roots. If you water your roots, you will have fruits. That is the Bible. Honor your father and your mother. The only commandment that has an insurance policy. And your days will be many that the Lord will give you. Prayer does not substitute personal responsibility at a family level. I challenge this church to its roots. We cannot have members who are easily convinced that they must return 10% of their salaries as tithe and offerings, yet they are sending 200 rand to their own mothers and fathers. You are worse than pagans. Your responsibility to the church cannot be more than your responsibility to your own family. Because you want to bribe God and bribe angels so that you enter heaven. How can you say you love God whom you have never seen when you hate your parents who have brought you into existence? If your religion makes you look after it more than your own parents, the Bible calls you a non-believer, worse than a pagan. Go and read for yourself. We are about to fucking stop order. Do you have a stop order to your mother?
Come with me, my fellow countrymen. Let's journey together to meet this divine spark, this man of our time. Let's be enlightened. Let's grow. Let's glow. Let's vibrate. Let's be ourselves as we sit around this fire to listen to the teachings of this man. Let's meet and greet this African, this beautiful soul, this beautiful black man. I introduce to you the creative powerhouse, the perception shifter, the mover and shaker, the man. I introduce Bishop Maphonga Joshua III Marara.
And what religion is it that will make you divorce your own parents? Trees, you water. Hello? You water your trees. Whether ubaba uthenga iquba afake emakhaleni, water that tree. Whether your mother is a sangoma or umthakathi or a witch doctor, water that tree. God is not a fool. This is the door through which you came into existence.
Who is Bishop Maphonga J, as he is affectionately called? Bishop Maphonga is a motivational speaker and a philosopher. He's a musician. The music that you are listening to right now is played by him. He is a storyteller. He's a preacher. He is a social entrepreneur. He's a black man. Bishop Maphonga, born and raised in Zimbabwe, is a divine spark that got to be intermingled with our energies in this country. He is one of the movers and shakers focused on enlightening a black mind trapped in a religion, because there are many of us who've been transformed by religion and have been made zombies by religion. He is a man who is all out to change that mindset. If you were to think of the fathers of the black consciousness who said our liberation can only start with the liberation of the mind, Bishop Maphonga sees that liberation can only happen in a black man's mind if you liberate the God that created him, because we have a God that created black people trapped in our heads as black people, and being a small God, being a fearful God, being a God that does not evolve. Bishop Maphonga came to our radar screen through the church that made him Seventh-day Adventist. He practiced in that church, and from it we got to know about this pastor. Many got to know him from around 1991. He kept preaching. Around 2020 in July, we learned that the church that made him suspended his preaching in the church, even though he still continues to preach. When we introduce to you this man, we introduce a person who is not difficult to come by, is not difficult to get, because he's on your TV screen, he's on your newspapers. He is interviewed by many people who are interested in our spirituality, particularly the interface between religion and spirituality. We talk about him on this platform. We pay tribute to this man because he fulfills what we want to achieve: liberation of black people, liberation of our spirituality, us black people respecting and embracing the creative force that made us who we are. When we are gathered here today listening to this man, we want you to understand that in whatever space where you are found, as a black man, you are able to multiply your smallness until you occupy the space. We say those who are in the Christian religion, because some of our ancestors are now embedded in that religion, it means while you are there, you can continue to grow and be big, not made small by circumstances of the religion. This is what we learn from Bishop Yahshua Maphonga. He teaches that Christianity can be yours. Christianity is actually yours. My fellow countrymen, I introduce to you this man. Here is the man that I want you to meet.
I'm not the man. I know you're all looking in front and you are seeing a man. Let me start right there before I fly off. I am not the man. I am not the man.
Every time we try as black people to be like white people, we are depriving the white people an experience to experience us. We've picked up a religion that whitewashes us from ourselves. No wonder some of our prayers never get answered. Because every time you pray for a house, someone buys it in America. Because you pray in English.
Follow me, and I will lead you. Another translation says, and I will show you. I will reveal to you the man that you are looking for.
You missed it. What you were taught when you were in primary school, in crash. Hlala apho mhlekazi, ungasuki ezwini, hlala apho. Umuntu akhule azadlula icathulo, akhumule lahle amabhluku namajacket, akhumule yonke le, everything around him is growing. Nothing is static except the information which is indoctrination of Christianity. It's not allowed to be challenged, questioned, or grow. Later on even reflect on it. before you're called a heretic. Favorite verse, Deuteronomy 29 verse 29. The private things and the secret things belong to God. But what he has given to us belongs to us and our children. There are many people in this life who don't want to sing and express and play music. And they want to believe that the God of the church can only be evoked when you play white things. And if God has a problem with black people, then he is foreign to us. He must deal with those that understand him. But when you come to us, you need to deal with us in our own terms also. Because we needed an audience of Africans who can rise above poverty and Eurocentric religions that limit your perception of God who created the entire universe. You need to sit with the Creator to understand the universe with its function. Are you with me out there? Our Father is the venue where we all belong. Simply means we have a common ancestry. Someone say amen out there. We have common beginnings. Someone say amen out there. Therefore, there's no culture, there's no language, there's no tribe or color that is superior to another. And I hate it when blacks are made to feel like they are less than. And you paint up this little blue-eyed Jesus to be closer to the whites as if they are cousins with God. And the blacks are servants of the white man and servants of the same Jesus again. How does that work? And the same Bible says, don't make yourself any graven images. How come whites are allowed to make images? And we sit around in our Bible stories and bedtime stories, all polluted with white pictures, and we say amen to that. It can't be right today, it can't be right tomorrow. We need to take all those books and ban them and rewrite them with no pictures and paintings that are biased towards one tribe. If they were theologians, at least they'll be true to the ethnicity and the ethnographic information which is black oriented. You didn't hear me? If you are going to do something, at least lie in the truth. Don't lie in the lies. It's one thing to paint a picture of Jesus. It's another thing to paint him white. You are lying twice. You are sinning twice. The first commandment you are breaking, don't make images. The second one you are making him the wrong color. At least. You can't be stupid and foolish at the same time. It's like having sex before marriage, one mistake. Sex without a condom, second mistake. Then you get pregnant, third mistake. You get AIDS, another problem. You do an abortion, you are a fool. Are you following, sir? You can't make a blunder on a mistake. Then you are pairing up stupidity and foolishness in the same line. And you cannot use abortion as a form of contraception, can you? Stop lying to yourself. That money means nothing. Stop singing these useless songs. Take the world, but give me Jesus. I'm satisfied with just a cottage below. You're lying. You don't need a cottage. You need a house. Take the world, give me Jesus. Thatha umhlaba, thatha umhlaba unguphi uJesu. Bona belungu, they have both the world and the land. And Jesus, when you are only calling for one, no wonder you are poor.
Ukucamagusha kukubulela kukuthandaza kukunqula xa sitshoyo sithi sizawuyekilane sawuphinde sidibane kwicawe ezayo apho sizawube sithathe elinye ithuba lokuthi we pay tribute to umuntu othile apho sabe sithetha khona ngoDr. Nokzola Mndende Camagu.